homelessness is on the rise in Canada, along with spending on so-called homelessness consultants. Since February 2020, homelessness is up 40% in Canada. According to Statistics Canada's latest data, financial challenges are the leading cause of homelessness. Deteriorating housing affordability following the onset of the pandemic, combined with higher unemployment and fewer job vacancies in recent months, along with a surge in inflation through 2021 and 2022, has led to higher costs for essential goods and services. These factors continue to place financial pressures on many households across Canada. In the fall of 2022, almost half, or 44% of Canadians, were very concerned about their household's ability to afford housing or rent. So it comes as no surprise that the most reported reason leading to homelessness was financial issues, almost 42%.
What would be the effect on inflation if the carbon tax was eliminated? And that would create a one-time drop in inflation of 0.6 percentage point.
But wait, there's more. Victims of abuse may have nowhere to go. The link between abusive home situations and homelessness is an ongoing concern as the incidence of family violence in Canada rose for the fifth consecutive year in 2021, with women and girls accounting for 2/3 of the victims. Relationship issues at nearly 37% was the second leading factor driving Canadians into homelessness. A related driver was fleeing abuse at 13%, a common pathway into homelessness for many, but 4 times more likely for women than men. When looking at absolute homelessness exclusively, these figures double, with over 2 in 5 women reporting absolute homelessness at some point as a result of fleeing abuse, compared with 12% of men. But friends, there's still more. Health issues can interrupt housing stability. While financial and relationship issues are the most common causes of homelessness, health-related issues can also lead to homelessness episodes. Canadians who have experienced any form of homelessness were more likely to report fair or poor mental health, 38% versus 17%, than the overall population. More respondents listed health issues as a major factor contributing to absolute homelessness than to hidden homelessness. Canadians experiencing homelessness and underlying mental health conditions have also been highly represented in recent opioid hospitalizations.
The Canada.ca website says very clearly, a few grains can kill you. Is that appropriate?
So, Mr. Chair, my colleague did ask this question before, and I believe we've already tabled all the proofs on safer supply, and I'll be happy to table them again for further reference.
It's not the question, Minister. My question is do you think you should be giving an incredibly potent synthetic opioid, of which a few grains can kill you, to children? Yes or no? Simple.
Each physician works with their patient on the treatment protocols that work best for them. That is a very unique and important relationship.
Have you had enough yet? The Trudeau Liberals haven't. There's still more here. Moving doesn't always lead to finding a home. Canadians move for a variety of reasons, including changing household size, employment, better housing or neighborhoods, and evictions, leading to many diverse experiences of hidden homelessness. Other notable drivers of hidden homelessness are relocation at almost 21% and waiting to move into a new home, 16%. Over 1 in 3 households relocating at some point in the past reported waiting over 6 months in a state of hidden homelessness.
The truth is that the Prime Minister is not spending money on any of those things. He has a food program that doesn't feed kids, it feeds bureaucracies and creates frameworks that kids can't eat. He has a housing affordability program that doubles the cost of housing, a housing accelerator that hasn't built a single house, a carbon tax that hasn't reduced emissions. So instead of spending billions on programs that cause inflation and do nothing but sound pretty, why won't he axe the tax on our farmers so that they can feed Canadians this winter?
The right honourable Prime Minister.
Whether the leader of the opposition makes a homemade video about it or not, a key factor contributing to food inflation around the world is Putin's illegal war in Ukraine. That party has been playing right into the Kremlin's hands by voting against Operation Unifier, by voting against funding for military aid to Ukraine, and by voting at every opportunity, including again this morning, against the Canada-U-Trade free trade agreement that Ukrainians have been asking for. We will never abandon Ukraine, unlike the Conservative leader who's shown Canadians.
Now, like every problem in Liberal land, Trudeau knows the solution. Just line the pockets of rich consultants to tell us the problems are something other than what we know them to be. Easily predictable outcomes of bad Liberal policies. This is from today in Blacklock's Reporter. A federal homeless relief program paid millions to consultants, documents show. Overall spending on consultants jumped 13% last year, despite Cabinet's promise to cut spending on consultants. The Department of Infrastructure, in an inquiry of ministry tabled in the Commons, disclosed $2.8 million was paid to date to consultants under the 2019 Reaching Home program. The grant program was to reduce homeless rates at a budgeted $4 billion over 9 years. Homelessness, according to the Liberals, it just needs more consultants instead of bail reform, drug treatment not enabling, more mental health supports, fewer taxes, and more housing starts. Oh, and a pause in immigration to take all that strain off the housing supply.